Hip-hop is more than just a genre of music. It's a global cultural movement that encompasses rap, DJing, graffiti art, and breakdancing. Born from the struggles and creativity of marginalized communities in the South Bronx during the 1970s, hip-hop has evolved into one of the most influential cultural forces in the world. Its history is a testament to the resilience, ingenuity, and innovation of the people who used music and art as tools to express themselves, challenge oppression, and build community. From block parties to international arenas, hip-hop's journey is one of cultural transformation and empowerment. The roots of hip-hop lie in the economic and social challenges faced by Black and Latino communities in the Bronx. During the 1970s, many families in this area were dealing with poverty, high crime rates, and urban decay. Traditional music programs in schools were underfunded, leaving young people to find new ways to express themselves. Block parties became an outlet for this creativity, providing a space where DJs, MCs, and dancers could entertain and engage with their neighbors. It was at these block parties that the foundations of hip-hop were laid. DJ Kool Herc, widely regarded as the father of hip-hop, played a pivotal role in the movement's early development. In 1973, he hosted a party at 1520 Sedgwick Avenue in the Bronx, where he introduced a groundbreaking DJing technique called the break. By isolating the instrumental sections of funk and soul records, known as breaks, and playing them back-to-back, Kool Herc extended the most danceable parts of the songs. This innovation gave birth to breakdancing and established the rhythmic backbone of hip-hop. Soon after, other DJs such as Grandmaster Flash and Africa Bambaataa expanded on Herc's techniques. Grandmaster Flash developed cutting and scratching, techniques that allowed DJs to manipulate records in real time, creating new sounds from existing tracks. Meanwhile, Africa Bambaataa's Universal Zulu Nation promoted hip-hop as a positive force for unity and peace, emphasizing the four elements of hip-hop: DJing, MCing, breakdancing, and graffiti art. These elements became the pillars of the movement, giving hip-hop its multifaceted identity. Rapping or MCing also began to develop during this period. MCs initially served as hosts at block parties, hyping up the crowd and complementing the DJ's beats with rhythmic spoken word. Over time, these rhymes became more intricate, developing into lyrical storytelling that addressed social issues, personal experiences, and street life. One of the earliest examples of recorded rap was Rapper's Delight by the Sugar Hill Gang, released in 1979. The song was a commercial success, bringing hip-hop from the streets to the mainstream and marking the beginning of its journey as a global phenomenon. The 1980s saw the rapid growth of hip-hop as it spread beyond New York City and began to diversify in sound and style. Groups like Run DMC and Public Enemy blended hip-hop with elements of rock, funk, and politics, using music as a tool to discuss systemic racism, inequality, and cultural pride. Run DMC's collaboration with Aerosmith on Walk This Way helped break down racial barriers in music, while Public Enemy's albums like It Takes a Nation of Millions to Hold Us Back pushed hip-hop toward political activism. As hip-hop evolved, regional scenes began to develop, each contributing its own flavor to the genre. The West Coast hip-hop scene emerged with artists like NWA, who introduced gangsta rap with their 1988 album Straight Outta Compton. Their raw, unfiltered lyrics about police brutality and inner-city life sparked controversy, but also resonated with listeners who shared similar struggles. Meanwhile, the East Coast remained a hub for innovation, with artists like Rakim, Big Daddy Kane, and KRS-One pushing the boundaries of lyrical complexity and storytelling. The 1990s marked the golden age of hip-hop, a period characterized by artistic diversity, lyrical depth, and commercial success. Artists like Tupac Shakur and the Notorious B.I.G. rose to prominence, blending introspective lyrics with narratives about their personal lives and the challenges of growing up in underserved communities. At the same time, groups like A Tribe Called Quest, De La Soul, and The Roots infused jazz and soul influences into their music, creating a more laid-back, conscious style of rap. During this era, hip-hop began to dominate the music charts and influence global pop culture. The rise of MTV and the success of crossover albums brought hip-hop to new audiences, cementing its place in the mainstream. The fashion, language, and dance moves associated with hip-hop also began to shape trends worldwide, from oversized clothing to sneaker culture and slang expressions. In the 2000s, hip-hop continued to evolve, with artists like Jay-Z, Kanye West, and Eminem pushing the genre in new directions. Kanye's The College Dropout brought a fresh blend of soul samples and introspective lyrics, while Eminem's success as a white rapper challenged preconceived notions about race in hip-hop. Southern hip-hop also gained prominence, with artists like Outkast, Lil Wayne, and T.I. popularizing the dirty South sound and subgenres like crunk and trap. As streaming platforms and social media emerged, hip-hop adapted once again. The genre became more decentralized, with independent artists gaining popularity through platforms like SoundCloud and YouTube. Artists like Drake, Kendrick Lamar, and J. Cole have continued to push hip-hop's boundaries, blending it with elements of R&B, pop, and electronic music. Kendrick Lamar's To Pimp a Butterfly and Damn have been celebrated for their powerful commentary on race, identity, and social justice, proving that hip-hop remains a platform for activism and self-expression. Today, hip-hop is a global cultural force, with thriving scenes in countries around the world. Artists from the UK, France, South Korea, and Africa have contributed to the genre's evolution, incorporating their own cultural perspectives and musical influences. Despite criticism over commercialism and the occasional controversy, hip-hop's core values of creativity, resilience, and community remain intact. The genre continues to inspire new generations of artists, dancers, and activists, ensuring that hip-hop's legacy will endure for years to come.